very interesting jump-off here. Ann Krasinski of the United States. She was the Pan American Games individual gold medal winner, and Ann and Insolvent have come along here with a clean ride to move off into the international jump-off in the Mercedes-Benz International. We'll be back shortly with the Royal Winter Fair on the USA Network.
What's the matter, Harold? Tired of searching through old coffee cans? Can't find or don't have exactly what you need? Well, here it is, the Shopmate. It's like having your own hardware store. 1,001 pieces for 1,001 uses. And they're yours, organized in this heavy-duty 32-compartment metal cabinet. Wait, there's more. We'll also include the 6-piece power driver set with double the turning power of a regular screwdriver. And if you order now, you'll also get this deluxe chrome-plated socket set. How much would you pay for all this? If purchased separately, you'd spend $50, $60, $70 or more. But now, through this exclusive TV offer, you get the 1,001-piece Shopmate cabinet, 6-piece power driver set, and the deluxe chrome-plated socket set with our no-risk money-back guarantee, all for the amazing price of only $19.95. Here's how to order. Call 1-800-USA-1000 to get your Shopmate and 12-piece power driver set. Save COD charges by using your MasterCard or Visa. Call 1-800-USA-1000 today.
Tuesday and Wednesday, reach for new heights on USA's College Basketball 84. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's a Metro Conference clash when the Gamecocks of South Carolina take on the Florida State Seminoles. Then Wednesday at 8, catch a battle in the Big East when Jay Murphy and the Soaring Eagles of Boston College meet the Pitt Panthers. The spirit continues on College Basketball 84. Tuesday and Wednesday, live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on USA. The first month is first rate on USA. In January, the Hot Shots return to USA's Monday Night NHL, and the best in hockey shine in our exclusive coverage of the NHL All-Star Game. Go sky high with some of the world's greatest athletes on Thursday Night NBA, and USA soars with our nation's finest on College Basketball 84. Plus, we'll serve up one of the premier events in tennis, the Volvo Masters. January marks the beginning for new highs in sports television, only on USA.
The last Canadian to win this event was Terry Leibel in 1978 with Merchant of Venice, and you won it in the jump-off.
The jump-off really determines, obviously, the winner. By the time taken to get around this course, we're going to see a lot of tight turns, a lot of gambles taken to win this big class.
Alan Oliver, who's our course setter, really showed them something in Newmarket, the last one we showed you of his on Sports Weekend, when he came up with a real corker as a jump-off course. Let's see what he's done this time as we go to the jump-off of the Mercedes-Benz International. We're going to have a look, first of all, at Canada's Mario Deslauriers and Aramis, who were the first competitors out in the first round and just made the course look simple. Aramis is such a magnificently easy jumper. And this, too, is a big horse. He's so fluid, you don't realize till you stand beside him just how big he is.
Huge animal, but now Mario has to package this huge animal up, make these incredibly tight turns like the one he's about to make to the second jump on the jump-off. He's holding up too much, though.
Oh, gracious. Oh, my.
He's off.
Oh, yeah, he's off. So that is 8 faults right there for the fall. Now, I don't think the horse is hurt, and I don't think Mario's hurt.
Mario's glancing down at those legs, just making sure that the horses are right physically, the boots are intact, and this is a forgiving animal. I shouldn't think that there'll be any problem after this. That's the problem, though, Ted, in a jump-off. They'll make a very, very tight turn. As here, Mario on his way to the second jump, but he starts to hold on to the horse's head a little bit, not going fast enough. Horse is so close to the jump, he cannot leave the ground, and they both stumble down. And the horse is very sturdy, gets up, and is not injured.
No. And it's amazing how calm that horse is after that discombobulation. Just stands there waiting for Mario. Now they're ready again. But, of course, time has become a real enemy, as well as the 8 faults there for the fall.
Resetting the jump now. Time, again, the change in rules this year by the Federation Equestrian International. 1 second causes a fault to be added. It used to be a quarter fault for every second over the time allowed. Now you get a full fault. So big penalty if you are over the time allowed, which certainly Mario will be.
Oh, yes, he's lost himself about 25 or 30 seconds without doing anything. But now here goes Aramis again, and it looks as though nothing had ever happened.
That's the sign of a great horse, to have the mental stability, mental fortitude, not to hold it against you. Mistakes are going to be made. It's just like a downhill racer. You make a little slight move, you lose your edge, and off you go off of course. And that's what happens with horses also. When you introduce speed, Ted, you take a gamble, and you ride a very fine line.
And Mario and Aramis, of course, were first out for this jump off, which means they had to make up their mind what they were going to do. He tried to take the shortest possible route to that number 2, and it just didn't happen. So they finished the course, but you'll notice 45 faults because of the time, with 1 second added for every one of the 35 seconds, 34 seconds. They were over the allotted time being 58 seconds. So that's what happened to Mario and Aramis. But he says, okay, Aramis, we've got lots more days, and believe you me, that pair have a lot more days to come. Remarkably poised after that for 2 such young athletes.
Very much so, and Mario knows he's sitting on a great horse, and mistakes are going to be made. He is just a great force for the future because of this kind of confidence and composure.
That gives you a good idea. Mario's, I guess, about 5'9", 5'10". You can see how big Aramis is.
Mario checking the legs now, making sure that he hasn't hit a knee. That's the really delicate part of the horse you have to worry about, is that knee capsule, the joint. He has a pleasant look on his face, though, does Aramis, so
yeah, he's not mad at anybody. No,
not at all.
No, not at all. Next rider out in our jump-off is from the United States, Michael Matz from Pennsylvania. And Michael and Chef had a very easy, clean ride in the first round. Let's see what they do with that second barrier. Well, they're taking that same short course to it.
Same inside turn.
And the same problem.
Same kind of problem. Not enough impulsion or speed to get across the width of the jump. Now they're off and running, though. Again, an inside turn. Now you'll see a little weaving and bobbing, though, because to make it through all these jumps, there are so many obstacles in the way of your tight turns that you have to weave and bob in and out of them. Michael's approach to 9A, the vertical. 9B, that oxer, and C, another oxer.
Now, he has just the 1 knockdown, and there was no fall there, so that's only 4 faults. So with a good time, by the looks of things, he still could well be in contention. Time is, of course, of the essence here. And there it is, 46.89 seconds with 4 faults, and that becomes the time to beat right now by Michael Matz of the United States with Chef.
And a time of 46.89. 4 faults, 46.
So it has been that second barrier down there, that this one coming up right now that's presented the problem.
Michael gets to the very base of the oxer. The horse achieves his height, but as he descends, he can't get across that, and he really takes a bad rail. There you could see the hyperextension of those hind legs by the rail being held a little bit in the standard. And that could bruise the horse, could put a little strain on him for the next few days here in the competition. Keep an eye on that.
I'm quite sure that they'll take a very close look. Immediately, Michael down to have a look at the horse, as we're looking out on the course again at Shawline and Jimmy Elder. So they've got a really good chance right now. They're in the middle of the pack in this jump-off, and it's proved to be a tester. But if anybody can handle a test, let's see what kind of a line Jimmy takes.
He just goes around 9A instead of making that inside cut to give himself a little more room, to give his horse the opportunity to gather up the speed. He's over that, no problem. Now to the narrow gate. It's down.
Front hooves got there, I think, that time.
Real acute angle to fence number 5, and took the gamble. Again, 4 faults. Still in good shape, though, Ted. As you mentioned, a fast time with 4 faults can put you right in there, put the pressure on still.
Sure, and if he has only the 4 faults and beats 46.8, he'll move into the lead, and he's going very, very fast.
He'll beat it. He's at 38 now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Takes back a lot for the last jump, but gets over it.
Oh, look at that, 41.98, and going into the lead, Jim Elder and Shawline. 4 faults, but the fastest time in the jump-off.
4 faults, and the time of 41.98. They are now into the driver's seat, now in the lead in our contest.
We have not had a clean ride in this jump-off. The leader, Shawline and Jim Elder.
Jimmy took the longer approach to the second jump, the Oxer, and that was a wise move because he's easily over that. As he makes his turn to the gate, which is the jump that did come down for him, unfortunately. Takes a really sharp angle. He's not even going head on to it. He's cutting across, jumping across the angle here. Barely gets there, but you can see the left leg of the horse couldn't achieve the height of the swoop of that gate. And that's the problem with that gate. Disappointing Jimmy, I think.
Yeah, he won't be altogether happy with that. Well, here's our visitor from France, Hervé Gonignon and Jetador. They, of course, like all those in the jump-off, had the clean first round. Let's see what they can do here. Another very, very large horse.
This is a huge horse, like or akin to Aramis, but I don't think that he has that kind of athletic ability, to be quite frank. He just doesn't, to me, exhibit the same kind of power and ability as does Aramis. On his way to the gate that came down with Jim Elder. But he's taking his time around this course. He's electing to go for the clean round here. Now he's 5 separate jumping efforts away. 9A, B, C coming up.
Time doesn't look bad. Whoops. Problem there. That's 4 faults.
Tight turn back.
Oops.
And there, as soon as you make those tight turns, that's what could happen. You could meet the jump just off of the base or just too close. It's a half stride off. And when that happens, the horse will pull a rail.
Well, they are certainly not going to be a medal contender here. A very slow time and 2 knockdowns for 8 faults. So the leader is still Jim Elder with Shawline.
The 8 faults, a time of 50.35.
The approach for 9A, B, and C. 9A, no problem because of it's not a high jump. It's only 4-6, and so the horses are led into the combination. The horse really did not achieve the height he should have. He was very flat over that jump. He didn't get the arc and bascule of the jump that was necessary. Again, he was flat here, but he got away with it.
So departing, the visitors from France, after falling out of contention in this jump-off, and as they turn and look around and he prepares to dismount, there's 1 rider left. This is Ann Kursinski. Now, Jim Elder leads with 4 faults and a fast ride. What would you do, Terry?
What you have to do is go for the conservative round and go for the clean. You're sitting on a horse that jumped the first round very easily. Ann must take her time here and go for the clean. I think you'll see her do that.
Insolvent, the 9-year-old. Ann was our 1981 winner here, of course, the Pan American Games champion. The Golden Girl of the West is only 23, but she has all the composure of a veteran of many more years.
Very much so, and as you can see, she is taking the conservative route to get the clean round. Jimmy Elder right now is leading with 4 faults and a very fast time. A clean round for Ann will win it.
But now she has made that decision because if she doesn't have the clean round, she's not going to have the speed.
That's exactly
She's
it.
probably 4 or 5 seconds behind Jimmy's pace, and Jimmy picked it up at the end as he posted that 41.9 second time. You can see where she is now.
1 jump left, 5 feet 6 inches now the vertical.
And that's it. She got over it. She had a clean round, the only one in the jump-off for Ann Kursinski. And Insolvent.
She rewards her horse with an approval of the path.
So with Ann Kursinski and Insolvent giving her 2 great horses, the Americans are in pretty great shape.
And making it look so easy over 9A, B, C combination. We've seen trouble here today, but Ann and Insolvent make it look very easy and a great opportunity to see the encouragement of the rider here drop down on the neck a little bit and really allow that horse all the freedom to get across the width.
Ann Kursinski from California and Insolvent. There's a smile from the winner. For the 2nd time in 3 years, Ann Kursinski wins this event. Jim Elder and Shawline were 2nd, followed by Michael Matz of the United States. And after the presentations, I asked Ann if indeed the draw was the key in this jump-off.
Absolutely. It was very fortunate I got to go last in the jump-off. I got to just try and go clean.
Tell me, what were you thinking then? And just before you came out, you'd watched everybody else. Was there something uttermost in your mind?
Mostly the clean round and not to have a time fault, not to rush. The triple combination was pretty tricky, and I kind of held my breath through that, and after that I felt like we were home free.
Was this ground hard?
Very hard tonight. I think with the draft